Hello there, it's wee Paddy from across the shuck. Another video for you today, and you'll see by the title it's going to be probably controversial, as most of mine tend to be this weather. I don't know why that is, but anyway, it's a Spyderco clone. Not going to hide it. I showed it on my Instagram picture, didn't hide it, never do. Not sadly, at the moment I don't have the finances to buy the dearer knives, so I stay on budget side. I don't buy a whole lot of clones, but I wanted this one specifically because it's a UKPK clone, and I live in Northern Ireland, which is UK laws, which are absolutely abominable for knife carrying. You're only allowed under 3" and a slip joint. You're not allowed a locking knife. So to be quite honest, I'm just getting into the slip joints, which will be a better carry rather than having to use something like this. But I haven't really got there yet. I haven't got one that I want to carry yet all the time. So I have a little turn that I use. I'm sure people have seen that. But it's lime green. It sticks out like a sore thumb. I wanted something to go to weddings, funerals, somewhere where I could get searched and have a knife confiscated if it wasn't locking. Sorry, if it wasn't a slip joint. So this is it. I thought I'll bite the bullet. I'll just order this here. So I ordered it from AliExpress. This cost me £7. This for me to buy in the UK is anywhere from £60 to £70. So it's 9 or 10 of these to the Spyderco. That's a big difference for somebody like me. That's a huge difference. But you learn a lesson, because not everything you buy from China is as it looks on the page, as I'm sure we've all been told, and we've all made mistakes, I included. So the fit and finish, I'm going to go through this with you. There's some bits are alright, but a lot of important bits are not. Now, the clip's nice. It's made of G10 and not the plastic, the polymer plastic. The inside of it is nice. Oh, if I can show you that. The inside of it's nice and clean. It's just slabs of G10. There's no milling out on either side. There's no jimping on the bottom here, which would be, I think, is on the UKPK proper is on there. And if I can just bring this up to show you, well, you can see the standard of workmanship there is awful. Inside the Spidey hole, there's nothing but the grind marks of whatever tool they used to grind this out. It wasn't flattened or anything, it just left it. So it's quite rough inside, and you do have to watch. You could cut yourself, but a little file around there, I'll take that out. Now, going on to the top of the blade. The blade is in good shape, it's good thickness, and the jimping on the back is very purposeful. It's not particularly well done, but it is very purposeful. You will not slip off that. There's a good ramp up to it. And again, it looks nice from a distance until you get up to it. Now here's my biggest gripe, is this here. Look at the gap there is there. That is horrendous, and it's a slip joint, so I thought that would be quite dangerous. Hence, on this knife I tried to make it fail so that I could do a video on it failing. I failed. This is my turn that I bought from AliExpress. This, I believe, was made in the same shop as Spyderco. Look at the difference in the jimping, in the way it closes up, butts up to the end. Absolutely perfect, this knife. I'm sure this was made by the same people that make Spyderco knives. I'll set that down there. I'm sure of it, because it's just perfect. This one, the detent, there is no detent. You hear a noise, but it takes no effort whatsoever to break that detent. None whatsoever. So that was my worry. So what did I do? Well, me being Paddy, I decided I'm going to try and make this fail. So I got wood, I got everything, and tried to make it fail, especially the back part. I was worried at that failing, and I'm afraid I couldn't. I've scratched the blade up in the process. Oh, you'll see it somewhere when I'm... that's all scratched on that side. Never mind, you'll see it as we go along. It's badly scratched up, but the saving grace of this knife is because there's supposed to be a detent. when you hold this, I'm going to pull this back out a wee bit. I have it. I'm still learning. Oh, there we go. I'm still learning. When you hold this, it just fits perfectly in the hand, and there's a forward choil, and you have, I have a fair size hand, but there's plenty of room, great grip. This is not going anywhere. I can push in that as hard as I like, it'll move a bit, but the worst I'm going to do again is just tap it, but that's not going anywhere. And I tried bearing my weight down, cutting bits of wood, didn't move, didn't utter, and it's still, there's no blade placed side to side whatsoever. Absolutely spot on, but very, very poorly finished compared to what the turn was. When I got that, I should have went back to the seller that I got that from and see if he had one of these, but I didn't. So the conclusion that I put in the title was Spyderco clone, lesson learned. And the lesson learned, yes, I have learned a lesson, that they're not all going to come like this. They're not all going to come with a fit and finish like this. This is very, very poorly finished. Very poorly finished. For a Spyderco, if you're comparing that to a Spyderco, very poorly finished. There's no comparison. You couldn't pass that off to a dog as a Spyderco. Never mind an unsuspecting person. It's just so not a Spyderco. Now, not that I would be trying to pass it off, by the way. Now, what I'm going to say now is probably the controversial bit. As a working tool, this is great, amazing, perfect, just like a Spyderco. Take it out of the way. As a working tool, this is great. Absolutely great. I have tested this knife more than I've tested any of my other small knives because the fit and finish is so bad, the detent wasn't good. But when you hold it in your hand, when I hold that in my hand and my fingers on that detent, it's not going to close on me. I have tried it with everything. More work than this knife will ever get. This is wedding and funerals. Pull out to slice a bit of paper, cut it with a bit of cardboard or something. That's the height of the work that this is going to do. There's no jimping in the bottom. I don't need it. I've plenty of it. I'm not going to do any. I'm not going to do anywhere near the hard work that I put this wee knife through. Not going to put it. And I couldn't get it to fail. So, would I recommend it? I would not recommend anybody getting a clone because it's got to be a personal choice. Would I give this to my grandchild? No, I would not. Because even though I've tested it for me. And I know what I'm doing with knives. A child or anything, that could just slip on their fingers so quickly if they're not holding it tight enough. So no, definitely not for a child. I wouldn't give it to my grandchild. And I always say this because if I'll give something to my grandchild, that's me giving the complete seal of approval that I'm very happy. And I've done that quite a few times. I don't know why I do that, but anyway, it's my way of impressing on you how much I think the knife is or how good it is. This one I wouldn't give to a grandchild. But will I use it? Yes, you're damn well right I will. I will use that. That cost me £7. Like at the moment I just can't afford. I'm trying to get into slip joints and I'll probably carry them, but I will carry this as I'll carry the turn. The turn's just too, that coming out of a pair of black trousers at a funeral would not look good. This will, and this will go, and this can go anywhere in Northern Ireland. There's no problem with the police. So it is a great knife for me. It's a good buy for me. And I know if you don't like clones, it's never going to be good for you. But I'll take you and I'll show you just what it weighs as well. Now, there's me weighing scales. Bring them across. Hit the wee button, and hopefully we're on grams. So grams, it is 66.7. I hope you can see that there. And we shall now go to ounces. And 2.3 ounces. So this little knife weighs nothing in the hand, absolutely nothing. Now I just wanted to show you what it looks like in the pocket. let's put it in the right way, and it's angled in such a way that it goes right into the corner of your pocket, and that's it. So that's pretty good in a pocket. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. You're not going to see too much of that. Somebody would have to make an effort to see that, or to think what it was. It would just disappear. So that's her. And what's this knife for? It's for taking out, and it's going to do maybe light cutting if I'm in making tea at a funeral or doing something and I want to cut up a bit of wood. This is it. It's going to cut up little. This is a cereal box, by the way. I have cut so much cereal box up with this, it's actually starting to go blunt now, but it's still a great little blade. I would say it's 8CR13. Just through experience of using 8CR13, I would say that's what it is. There was a video on last night. I was watching JT's Knife Life, and he was talking about steels, but it was coming round to, it wasn't so much just the steel, but it was your steel and your knife, and get to know it. I would say that's 8CR13 or somewhere very close to it. It'll not be much below it, I would say, because of the way it sharpens, because of the amount of cardboard I've cut up and I haven't had to do anything to it. So I'm going to leave it with you. To me, it's a great buy. To me, it's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I can pay for it at the moment, and that's all I can ask. The knife will be a great wee worker in addition to my clan, but I wouldn't recommend it for children because the detent's too soft. So take with it. Take what you would like from that. I like it. Fit and finish, I just put up with it for £7. It's alright. It's alright. So take care, everybody. The top of the morning to you all. I love all my subscribers. You're a wee gems. And hopefully down below you'll let me know what you think about it. Or don't think about it. And don't be frightened to tell me. I'm a scumbag for getting it. That's alright. There's nothing wrong with that. We're allowed to disagree on this channel. Just keep it nice and clean. I'll not use bad language if you don't. And even if you do, I'll probably not. But there we go. So, take care, everybody. All the very best. Wee Paddy's out. Bye.